So we are on exercise or workout number 3 for this program. So we've done lower body, we've done core and cardio, so we are now on to upper body. We have the same similar circuit, 5 to 6 stations, running through them consecutively with the least amount of rest. Of course, if you absolutely need to stop, give yourself that moment, jump back in. So do all 5 to 6 stations, rest 1 to 2 minutes if you need to, and then you want to do a total of 3 rounds. So remember, take a couple minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to warm up before you start this. We never want to work out our muscles or start using our muscles when they're cold. So we're going to start with station number 1, which we're going to do a reverse fly with the TRX. So always make sure when setting up your TRX that there's this little dowel, plastic dowel in there. You want to make sure that that is on the other side of the door when it is closed. Therefore, you are safe and secure. When you got it closed, yank on it to make sure it is there, and then begin using it. So with this one, we're going to start on a pretty big incline here because what I want to end up doing is using our heels. So we're coming down, and the idea for this one is to utilize our back, not just our shoulders. So we are down here. You can have a little bit of a sag at this point of the exercise. You're on your heels. You pull yourself up with your arms, utilizing those arms, not totally locked out, but using those back muscles. Coming straight up, your core is nice and tight, allowing yourself to lower, and using that back muscle to pull yourself up. So coming out, down, and using those arms so you're not pulling yourself up this way before you go out. You start right at the beginning, pulling out so you utilize the back, and then coming down and closing. Out to utilize the back. So I don't want to see this. Okay? So none of this pulling up and out or you're not utilizing your back. So right from the get-go, you're on those heels, pull out so you're using the back. Coming back down, out to use the back. So that one is very key. Like I said, no pulling up and out. It's straight out. So when you're pulling up, you're using your back. So that one we are starting out by doing a total of 10. If you are not feeling it by 10, you're either doing something wrong or you're a very, very tiny person. So I'm going to guess that you're not utilizing the arms and you're pulling yourself up before you extend. So very important. If you need help with this one, please reach out to me. Go over the video multiple times. So number 2, tricep cable pull with the Smith machine. We've been really working our triceps lately. We are going to continue to do so. So with this one, I want you to take a step or 2 forward. Again, you can have a wide stance or you can have a split stance, whatever you'd like. The key here is that the only movement is from the elbows down. So coming up, I like to be in it. At this point, my elbows or my top of my arms are locked, and it's just my elbows that are moving. So the whole time, the only thing is from my elbows to my wrists. I'm almost have my head framed with my upper arms, so I know that they remain stationary, and I just work the triceps each time. So again, lean into it, keep that core nice and tight, and full extension each way. So again, you get to 10 and you're not feeling it, then you can get to 12 and you can do a couple more. you need to increase your weight. That weight's too light for me, but that's at 15, so I would say you could start there and go from there. Key is form. So from the elbow down, it's the only movement. There's nothing moving in my upper body or my upper top part of my arms. So going down to, so we're doing a total of 12 of those. Going to the next one is a shoulder press variation. So we have two directions with this one. Pick a weight that is going to be challenging. For this one, we're doing a total of 6 sets. So when I say 6 sets, starting here, so we're starting here, we're going up, up. That's 1, 2, 2. Back in, 3, 3. Back in, 4, 4. 5, 5. And 6, 6. We do not drop our arms at all between it. That is the key. This weight here for me is a little bit challenging, but if I'm only doing 6 sets, I would probably want to go up to 12s or 15s to make sure that my muscles were exhausted at the end. Me doing that one now, I can see myself either increasing my weight substantially so I can be totally spent at the end of my 6th set, or increasing my sets. Maybe next week we'll go up to 8 or 10. So that's a good starting point to get the form down, but that's all that one is. So 2 directions, 1 up, coming out, 1 up, coming in, up, out, and up, okay? So again, nice tight core, shoulders back, and make sure our form is right and we don't drop our arms. So going to number 4 is a standing lat pull down on the cable machine. So again, this one, nice tight core. We are going to be in a kind of an angled position. So very, very important. We protect our back, our lower back with a nice tight core. So coming in here, you could be a split stance or you could be a wide stance, but the key is being far enough away, pulling it straight down so you're going to utilize those lats. So coming up and down. So again, thinking about what muscle you want to utilize and feeling that engage is the key. So coming down, down, and I'm thinking, am I working this muscle? Is this muscle being engaged? I want to feel those lats all the way down. So if I'm not quite feeling them engage, I'm going to relook at my form. I'm going to relook at my weight. And then I'm going to try it again. So coming down. Nice tight core. Then putting that muscle and mind together to make sure that I am using the lats each and every movement, which I can feel it. Again, that weight's a little light for me, but it's a good starting place to see where you're at. If I'm going to get to 10 or 12 and feel like I could do a couple more, I know that I need to increase my weight in order to challenge myself. So moving on to station number 5, which is the bicep curls with the Inspire machine. So over here, you're going to pick this up. You're going to have a nice hip width stance, and you're just going to come up and down. So with the biceps, we want to have those elbows in nice and tight. At this point, they don't track forward, they stay where they are. The movement is all loading the bicep. Each time, the elbows stay nice and tight, and we work If you get to 10 to 12 and feel like you can do more, you need to rethink about the weight that you're using to consistently and constantly challenge yourself. So number 6, single arm tricep. So we're doubling up this week with utilizing our tris. So again, this one's coming up. I like to hold my arm just so I make sure that it stays still. I'm bringing my weight over to my side and straight up. Straight up, holding at the top of the movement, coming back down, bending at the elbow, and then pulling back up to utilize that tricep. Each time, the top of the movement, squeezing the tricep, releasing, squeezing, releasing, and squeezing. This weight would be challenging for me with a 100 tricep. It is a 15-pound weight. This is what I'd be using, and I know I'd be working my muscle. So that is our 6th station, our 6th workout, or our 6th exercise for this workout. We are complete. Please take the time to stretch out and cool down before we finish. All right, so enjoy. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you again.